Good evening, good evening. We're hearing all well, we're looking good, we're feeling good, we're shiny. Shiny Tuesday. Yeah, basically I'm off tomorrow, so I thought I'd have a shiny one. Good evening, yes, good evening. Yes, I'm in full leather. In full leather. Thought I'd wear leather. So yeah, I'm looking good, feeling good. And bonus shiny day. Indeed, indeed. So, I'm going to play some Valheim. First of all, this is what I'm wearing. So I decided to go the full hog. I've not put the tie on, to be fair. I've not got the tie on. The only thing is I'm a bit warm in this now. A bit warm. These shirts are quite thick, to be honest. They're quite chunky, these shirts, but yeah, it's looking good, feeling good, and some Valheim. I'm going to continue my hotel, basically. So we'll swap over to Valheim and hope that it's still there. Yep, it's still there, and you should have some noise now. So let's you should hear that now. I've not managed to sort out the sound issues from the other day though. So basically, I've started building that up into a big tower, because that's going to be the tallest tower on the building. That one. Yeah, they are. They're a bit. I mean, Dale, bless him, you know, bought them me, but they are lined shirts. I think they're meant to be worn more as like an overshirt. I could use a bit more volume. Let's have a look. What can I do? Well, I can do that, which gives me a bit more volume. So I can turn that volume up. Is that better? Oh, thank you, Squints9. Thank you. There's a waistcoat over as well. It's got a waistcoat over it. Mostly because the shirt's a little bit big. For the game, right, the game volume needs to go up a little bit. Right, let me sort that then. Because that's on the other PC. So I can turn the Ripsaw volume up. Is that a little bit better? Let me know if it's too loud. I'm still trying to figure out the balance in these levels on these two PCs. But yes, thank you for that, Squints. I'm guessing Squints9. I'm guessing you're a fan of the old the old queer. So I think that is probably going to be high enough at that. So let's probably end that at that. It might not have something in every bit of the tower, to be fair. It might just be like one. Might just be like one room. Right, I do need to start thinking about. I figured out the lighting. Yeah, I've had to play around with the lighting. I had to play around with it and just. I brightened up a couple of lights and dimmed a couple. I am very aware that the game is in. I think that is probably going to cut through below. So I'm just going to have a look underneath and just make sure that that is not. I think it'll probably just be. Yeah, it just makes an outline look. But yeah, I'm at Alton Towers tomorrow, so I'm having a bit of a chilled celebration. So. Right, is that the fireplace? I've just thought that's not the fireplace, is it? No, that's not the fireplace. Because that could do with a window at the end of it, but I don't know whether it's going to be appropriate to do that. Yes, the meta glasses are going with me, so I will be doing a few bits and bobs. I doubt there'll be any on-ride stuff, but there will be definitely be the definitely plenty of photos and plenty of stuff from my experience. That one's put out of position. Right, so what I need to do is just line that up correctly with the top of that. So this is the bit. We've got something lined up now. So, so what I fancy doing with this is trying something using the roofing again, but making it like sort of like that, so it overhangs the top. So I'm doing that sort of thing. So yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to put. You noticed how the roof goes. Some positions the roof goes a little bit spotty. Well, that's one idea, but the better idea would actually be for me to do it this way. So if I snap to the edge, am I on the right one? Yeah, I'm on the 45 degree. Yeah, why does some roof go? You see it? It's gone speckly. So that's the better idea. Which gives me that overlap. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It fills in with white. In fact, I think it was Christmas Town. I think it's Christmas Town on my server where it's done it. I mean, we had like a few sections of roof were speckled, because that's not gone speckled, look. Oh, not there. So that's the sort of idea I was thinking. And then we go up another level, which we do in the middle only. Now, one of the ideas I had... Oh, my keyboard's not done its thing. Let me just sort this out. Raise that synapse. Let me just start synapse up. So when this starts up, my keyboard will be. Yeah, that's, you see, that's speckly. I should get the 3 rings. I've got the green one. Look. Oh, hang on, goat. Let me sort you out. Gift a subscription. I did wonder why my subscriber number had gone down. It's you. Gift us a specific viewer. There you go. And while I was gifting you that, I really ought to just try and gift you a bit longer if I can, because it's a bit annoying, this. I've left weather on answer, so it's going to start snowing. Yep, here's a snowstorm. Yeah, that should be your last ad break for a while. I'm just going to sort this out. I'm building in a snowstorm, but to be honest, I'm quite enjoying the change of weather, because it gets a bit boring in Valheim when it's always nice. Right, so what I'm thinking is, that goes a bit weird. Look how the snow goes. The snow goes, that's really weird. Alright, that's too vertical. Yeah, I can see what I'm doing. Hello, you gorgeous, gorgeous specimen of a human being, Vic. How are you doing? You wonderful, wonderful special type of person. My #1 German friend. I think that. So yeah, 2 up is. Oh, I'm very good. I'm very good. I'm in leather, so I'm always happy when I'm in leather. You should know that by now. Do you see me in? What do you think of my latex on Sunday? Do you see the pictures on my blog? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. It is a bit, innit? Yeah, it was a friend who took that. He took a really lovely photo of me and Mrs. Loons together. I reckon I can go up to that one as well. But yeah, basically I was full latex. And felt gorgeous, looked gorgeous. Have you done anything with in shinies lately, Vic? You been to any events or anything? Right, so what I've got to do here... Oh, thank you. Thank you. They do a bit, don't they? I have to say, she looks absolutely gorgeous on those photos. We do scrub up very well as a couple. It's like couple goals, you know. So I reckon... And that's what I was hoping would happen. What's up there? Too much not right there. That's the one. Just checking they're all right. Yep, they're all right. So let's get this one right. So I have to reset it every single bloody time. That's right. Oh God. I'm at Alton Towers tomorrow, so I'll be up slightly earlier than normal, but I'm thinking, I don't think I've got anybody going with me. I've sent my friend a message, because he said he'd got an interest in going with me. Is that right? Is that right? That's correct, is it? So that's that side done. Because the other thing I can also do start at 6. Oof. You just get up. Oh, so you actually normally start at 6 o'clock then. Right, so that's one option. 1, 2, 1. Yeah, I don't think... I can't really. So that's the other option, is I try and do that. Which I do think looks better. So we do that, and then that. So it's a bit of manual work guessing these ones. So you have to take it one past, and take it up there first, and then take it up there second. No, it's not one past. It's take it onto the thing. Up one, up one. Line it up. Up one. Up one. To be fair, I used to work in a factory where I used to have to start at early o'clock, and do you know something? You adapt to it very quickly. You do adapt to it. So I think that looks better. That looks better by a country mile. So that looks better already. Right, so what I need to then do is go around here, and I need to strike the half points. Because I think what I need to do then is strike these points. Oh, hang on. Knock it wrong one. It's that one. That one's correct. That one's wrong. Snapping it wrong position. That one. So they're now all correct. So the idea is, what I do is I then go to this one. Snap to the bottom corner and follow the same snap again. 1, 2. So that will allow me to go up another. There we go, look. That allows me to snap to there. It's getting a good witch's hat effect going on. Although why that one? Oh, I know why that one's done that. There we go. That's the end of the storm. So there we go. That's the current state of play. So now I need to taper up the next pieces. So if I go like so. Right, so that should give me a nice point. That's looking pretty good. Pretty thickly patched. No, I'm actually quite warm, Vic, to be honest. You know when you think to yourself, did I make a mistake? Although it's not that warm here today. It's going to be warm tomorrow. But yes, I am a little bit thickly packaged. And not as in I have regrets, but I think I've just destroyed a piece. No, I haven't. Yeah, I'm going to say we usually have fairly similar temperatures, and yeah, I don't know if it's the same with you, but it's not. I mean, it's not roasting warm here today. 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's not the one. 1, 2. Oh, God's sake. Try again. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. I see that's not working very well on that one. That's not working very well there. I don't know how to do that then. Because that's looking like quite a decent tower. I mean, there's definitely a bit of spiralling on that top. So in the top here, I can probably put one of those. Like that. Actually, I had to put a wooden spike on top of there, didn't I? Now the only problem with them is, if you put these sideways, they look a bit weird. So I just need to try and figure out how to fill that in. Whether it's just something I don't want inside. Or whether what would actually work is if I do this. If I just take it to normal angle and just do that. And what will happen when I run out of ideas? It's not going to happen. I'll always have new things to build in Valheim. I can't see a chance of that happening anytime soon. So we've got that at the bottom there, so if I now do this, actually what I could do is just use the bottom of that, use that as a marker piece, and then do, let's just change time of day. TOD, at 0.5, so it gives me a bit more light, and clear, just gives me a bit more light. So that's what I'm thinking is, if I do that, make a parasol in the top. So we've only then got these bits here. And I can do the same again with those. and create like an inner structure. And then that leaves that all covered. And look at that! Look at that for a ceiling. Gotta say, that looks pretty cool. And that's what it looks like as a roof. So I'm going to say that is looking a bit mint. It's always good when a build looks good from the inside as well. When it looks good from the inside as well, it gives you this enormous sense of well-being, a bit like park life, and a bit like feeding the pigeons and the sparrows too. Park life. So let's just put those into there. I am very aware that they will pop in through the top of the build. I am very aware they will. But it's not the end of the world, because the idea is it's going to have a ceiling in anyway, that. So what I'll probably do is carry that same ceiling through. Like that. And then I'll probably make a false ceiling up above. So I can put a top floor in, because it's a shame to waste that inside view of that. I'll possibly put another floor up above. I don't know where I've just put that one there. Yes, this island, if I fill it, or if suddenly the people who provide the server start complaining because my server's getting too big, it's like, oh, those drives are full. We need to delete some stuff. Right, I got a feeling we're going to get some poke through there. So that's the ceiling in there. Yeah, we're gonna get some poke through there if I don't swap to the smaller pieces. So I'll go and see what poke through we get. And I'll skim around the edge. So let's go and delete the poke throughs. Or see about putting a trim around it. I'll go outside and delete any that poke through, and then I'll have a go at doing them again. There we go. So that's possibly going to be a bedroom. So this is what we're expecting. What we do is we delete those, and then we know which ones stick through. So that one sticks through, that one does. That one, and that one. Those three. So that's all the poke through stuck at. There's a couple there, look. Just sticking through there. That one there, and that one there. So there's just them couple. There's a couple there, look. There's three of them there. So it's those three. That one, that one, and that one. Goes from construction. You probably have Vic, just not on one of my builds. I get where I'm coming from. So that's option 1. Now the only thing with option 1 is it does mean, yeah, it means the roof's tidy. But the other thing I'm thinking is, because that roof's a bit, that ceiling's a bit low. I mean, it's a 12-foot ceiling, to be honest. Because that, yeah. Because the other alternative is that pop that out, and then put, it will be those ones. No, it won't, it's the other one. Put those in there, see what they do inside. Apparently we've got Isle of Man TT outside. Somebody who wants to be an organ donor. Right, that's not going to work. So, can I know it's going to look a bit weird. Is there another way I can do that? Oh, in real life, yeah, you do sometimes get leftovers from scaffolding. You get holes. You even get those in like medieval buildings. They're left over from scaffolding type things. So that's going to be the top of the... Oh! That, I believe, is my first ever Valheim crash on the new setup. Valheim has just frozen. So clearly, that's not perfect yet. I may have to just reinstall it then. Nice thing is, there's no threat to the stream. So, but it's been a lot more stable. I mean, it could have been a data connection crash. I'm just looking for any drop frames. No, I haven't actually. So I've got no drop frames. I'll tell you something I've realised though, we're wearing a leather shirt. I don't know why that didn't go in. One thing wearing a leather shirt, my tattoo feels sweaty because it's the first time I've really covered it over. I'm not caps lock, have I? Yeah, I've got caps lock on. Knob. So here we go. Right. So yeah, I was just commenting how I didn't like that. So let's deal with it. Yeah, part of me wants this tower to have a really nice ceiling, high, it's like 20-foot ceilings in each room. Now the nice thing with these is you don't actually have to rotate them. All these pieces are at exactly the same angle. The only thing you have to do is change your snapping point to make sure that you're using the right one. And also the windows are on the cant angle, shall we say. Oops, there's one of those inside somewhere. I am going to go and need to repair my hammer soon. I've noticed pieces missing there as well. I think I took that out actually to create the snapping position. So that's a bit too high, that. I'm building columns. Right, so I've got those to do. Now the only way I'm going to get those to work is if I can reference them off another one. Because I don't actually have a position as such to snap from. Or the other alternative is that I just use a different position like that. So if you notice they're offset by a half. And then use one of those to create my half position. Which then means I can put one of those there. Take that out. There we go, that's how you do it. That's the way to do it. Does mean that that will go into the downstairs, I think. Oh, no, that sits beautifully. So we'll do the same there. I put one of those and snap it to the top like so. Something don't look right there. It is it's me being over picky. I should be able to pick that up through here now. There we go. No, I was right. Something is wrong. They're too far out. That's what the problem is. Thought they were sticking too far out. It's all well and good until you get the light hitting it when it's out of position. The light hits it and everything looks wrong, and the shadows all go wrong. So obviously with that, we need a grand entrance now, which I can do using this. If I do don't do this to me. Same there, same there. can't put doors on it because there's not enough room, but I can have a grand arch like that. So that's the entrance to it. Yeah, that is too low a ceiling. Do I even need a ceiling? I'm gonna just use that. That one's not right. Ah, that's the one I put in by mistake. You remember I said this is what I'll find that later? Just found that later. And there as well. So there's the grand hall. Now the only bit is, it does mean that that is a bit of a dead end corridor, which I'm not into dead ends, as you know. However, I do have an idea. Bear with me on this one. So if I put across there like that, get rid of those. That will also allow me to get rid of that and put those correct. Ah, that is in the wrong position. I think that has gone outside. That's possibly come out here. No, it don't look like it. Looks like we dodged that one. Just put that back in while I'm here. "16 Chapel went, oh well." Yeah, I need a mod to do it, that's the problem. So what I'm thinking is, if I then go, because I didn't like the ceiling, but if I then do this, I'll tell you what, if I do this and get that in the right position, so what I could do is, if I put so, is that going to be good enough? Put it there. That's going to be a little bit close, I think. I must have go for narrow or half offset. Go for half offset. Put that to there. So that's the only bit, is that's going to be a bit too far. I don't normally like those steeper steps, but I think I'm going to have to go with them on this one. But I'm building out of Growston, so why not just put the steps out of Growston like that. Do them like that. If I snap them off there, So if I put the steep Growston steps there, they should take me to that level. And then I need like a half step. Because we've got... This might have to be a bit weird. Yeah. I think what I'm going to have to do is... I'm just going to have to... Oh, brilliant. That's just snapped into the corner beautifully. I'm going to have to do it this way. So if I do it like that, and then from that corner there, do it like that. That'll then span the top of the door. Too close. And that one looks better. Or what about that one? Yeah, that one. If I change the beam the other way around and then back down again. Do it that way. Yeah, that's too high, isn't it? Alright, I'm gonna have to do it from that corner. I have to do it from there. Get to that corner, Pete. No! Knob. Yeah, it's not right, is it? It's that one I need to snap from, but it's too far in. Right. That's what I need to do. I need to get rid of those. And then hopefully use that. There's my... Right, do it this way. 1, 2, 3. That should create me a snapping point now that is on the ground. Like that. Got it, we're out. Bloody hell, look how far out that were. Oh, well out. Okay, see you, Vic. Been nice seeing you. So that should now let me do that correctly. I think that one's the right height, actually. We should now have this correct snap points look to carry on round. And then the same there. Might just need to delete that. Alright, so if I use... Put that to slightly skew angle like that. Is that the middle at door? Yeah, that's over at middle at door. So if I have that bite there, Now the only bit is I'm going to have to create a snap point for there. The closest. Oops. I'm wrecking all the things here. I'm sure I can get that one further over. And that's my other hammer broken, which luckily I have this down here. So this is the only one that's going to be difficult, because I just need to move the snapping point over a little bit. Has that one got it? That might be a 3 one, or a 3.5. Right, so I'll move that one. That should get that one. Nope, it's that one I want. That one. Closer. So the idea is we have a balcony around. Have I got any wood poking through? Nope, no wood poking through, so I can reinstate those now. And that one. And then put railings round. Well, that one's the only one that's a bit iffy. So the idea is, on the end of each one, I put one of those. Now what I can do is do this. So I do the quadrants first. And then do the flats. Yeah, that's the only one that's causing problems. I might have to shuffle that one across. Start that one slightly further across or somewhat. Because that one's poking through. It's that one there. Yeah, set the environment. It sounds like there's a storm outside. Weird. Yeah, I did, but that just sounded like a storm. Storms are brewing. So that's the idea. And then what I can do is close that up. And steps come up just there. So what I'm thinking is probably need to do a door like that with the stone around it. But build the door first. 1, 2, like that, and then take the door out. So it gives me an arch, which they can then use to snap that piece top. Ah, the arch is too far, it's on the inside. Right, easy. Let me just put a door there, door there. Does that do it? Absolute helmet. Actually, what about just going for a simple option? Or just move bloody steps. Just move steps to middle, which would also be a simpler option. Like that. And then do that with him. Which means I can then do that. The only bit I have a problem with is those, because they don't quite fit right. Right, now I now use that as my index point. Right, if I put a door in there, where the hell's the door snapping to? Do that. And then that. And that gets me steps up. Wow, that's what I'm doing. How was the pride I went to? It was good. I have to say it was absolutely excellent. To be honest, I've never really had a disappointing Pride Festival. I've always found the Pride festivals I've been to be very good. So that's the way I think it's going to have to be done. There I think the only thing was there were very little. There were very little like leather or in fact there were no latex at all there. Because I was in a quandary about wearing mine, and then I thought no, because I'm going into Sheffield after. I was just thinking comfort, to be honest. Just put that in the middle of nowhere. That's got... No, not really. Not really. It were mostly drag and that sort of thing. And there were a lot of drag queens on stage, but I didn't see a single leather flag or anything like that. So no leather or rubber flags. There were none of that there. Right, so that's getting the tower a bit more done. Now what I've done at that end of that is I've done a wooden structure. So if I do this again, and carry it on, and that's like an attic bedroom type of arrangement. Oh wow, what's binging? Doodaloo. Something's just binged. I'll just check what that was. I just had a notification. Oh. Just somebody contacting me via Signal. Right. So that's yeah, that's a bit too out, but I'm going to clad that with wood, like I have at this side, because that looks good. I like the look of that. Looks like somebody's put a wooden structure on top of the stone. So I'm going to do the same at this end. Signal. I prefer Signal for all my friends are on Signal. It's my big friends network is Signal. We all use it. Well, one of my friends worked on the Signal core, so he's pretty good at. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. I'm not into people doing shady stuff with the Elon. That's the... that's that done. I'm just thinking of putting a clad along the top of the wall there. Because they will have a good view of the roller coaster from that bedroom. And I think that bedroom needs to stop short of here. I think that bedroom needs to stop here. So that is... that's that done. So that's a room. So the way into that room would probably be... if I clad that... that side's already done. If I clad those... can I get that in? Tip it forward too, yeah I can. Same there. Am I done yet? Pandalorian, I am really not done yet. I really am not done yet. This is an epic build. I mean, you can see it, but this is a massive build. So this will be the way down from this room. Anyway, if you want to see it though, Pandalorian, this is what it looks like. That's the hotel up on there, look. This is the so that's the top spin. I'll be riding one of those tomorrow, Huss top spin. There's a claw with skulls on it. This is the new area with, they're not my builds, those are somebody else's that I've copied in, but somebody else has done rides. That's a roller coaster. There's the giant, absolutely humongous Ferris wheel. Zipper. That's the airship. Remember I said I was building an airship? Just wait for the just wait for them to come in. It's like we just have to wait for the standards to load. There you go. So that's the airship. That's getting built. That's the swings ride. There's a tower. That's the roller coaster station, look. That's the roller coaster train for the suspended coaster. Where's the troll? Where the... okay, we have an invisible troll. Oh, there it is. Deal with him. There's the vending machines. There's the turbo. I will just show you this because I will just show you this because this is the this is one of the coolest things. This is the ghost train. So I mean, I don't really show this off that much inside, but this is the ghost train. So we have various rooms like this. We've got a cemetery. We've got a room of skeletons. And that always looks better when it's lit. But that's fire in its mouth. Trommel tunnel in here. And then, yep, we have a down and up bit. There we go. Bit like Blackpool. And then a little bit where you go into there. That's the path that takes you through into the back of the park. There's the log flume. A few stalls. I actually dread to think how many hours I've gone into this now. There's the but I mean, you probably recognise a few of these rides. There's a waltzer. That was one of the hardest rides to do, that, because all the pieces are sloping, look. So it does actually rise and fall like a proper waltzer. That's the waltzer. There's the helter skelter. That always goes down to the ocean bit. Yeah, we've got a tiki bar. The parasols are an absolute godsend. They're amazing, those. There's Boat Go Wee, which was named by Evil Ghost, who's in stream at the moment watching. Yeah, I don't want to count the number of hours. The toilets are amazing, by the way. That's the toilets, and they are actually sittable honourable. And the ironic thing is, when you point into them, it just says stool. So that's the toilets. There's a mini Ferris wheel. We have a wooden roller coaster. That's a launch tower. And most of these rides, whilst they don't move, they can be sat on, ready to ride. That's the swinging boat ride, and I will just show you the swinging pirate ship ride, because that does actually function. It's one of the few functioning rides in this. So you remember I said you can hang boats? Well, this is one of them. The really cool thing is, if you stand on it as well, it starts rocking. But you can actually swing that. It does actually swing. Yeah, it's all my build. I've done everything pretty much. I'm a lone builder on this one, so I'm guilty of assembling all this malarkey. That's the Mist Walker. That's a wooden roller coaster, which looks something like that. And yeah, this is it. Yeah, it's all themed. That one goes all the way back and disappears under the hotel in through a tunnel, and that's why there's a glass floor in reception. So yeah, it's just a big theme park. It goes round a mountain and back down. Comes through a bit of fake ashlands. There's some fake ashlands. So I've spawned a lot of these things in. You can spawn things in with admin, and yeah, there's all queue lines and things like that. So you get to see, get to have a look at what's happening. And then yeah, that's the log flume. And again, a lot of these rides are actually sittable in. So there are benches hidden in them. So for example, you can sit in the roller coasters. You can sit here. So you can sit on the rides even if they don't move. I think the devs will probably think I'm bonkers, to be honest. But yeah, that's going to be the means of transport. So the idea of that is there's actually a portal in the back. So the idea will be that you'll have airships dotted around the map, so you can go to different airports. Oh, there's balloons in the sky as well. They're not mine. Somebody sent me those. I thought they were pretty. Oh, and this is the venue as well. There is actually a proper venue in the place as well. So that's the venue, and that has got, when they spawn in, that has got stage lights as well. So that is using the Verger circlets as stage lights. Well, I just love roller coasters, to be honest. So it stands to reason that I'm going to just build something that I really enjoy. That were also quite fun. But a lot of these are built. I mean, there's loads of videos. Loads of my videos are available as VODs, showing how I built them and showing the techniques I use. Because a lot of it's just copy paste using the hammer tools. The other thing I need to show you. So that we're building competition. If we go through the stock cupboard. This is another one of my builds. So this was part of a building competition. I didn't win, but that's... I do like my interesting roofs. So this is Norman Looney's Fishy Fingers, which was built for one of the building competitions. You had to basically build a food factory. So I know a lot of the stuff's gone out, a lot of the fires and that have gone out, but this is basically a food factory. And overhead it looks like that. So that's Norman Looney's Fishy Fingers. And the idea of it is that you get a secret passage that takes you to the fish finger factory, so you can go and get a restock. That's the packing. Production lines, we've got the fish production line here. All the fish in there, look, bobbling around. Grinder. And as I say, a lot of the things have gone out, but that on the map is not too far from the... And it's all on Jonathan Raymaker's server. So yeah, that's the Fishy Fingers factory. And that's the quick passage to the fair. Yeah, it's basically the stock cupboard. And this is the epic build at the moment. So the only problem with it is, it does take a long time to load. Because obviously when you're talking this many pieces, you're talking that sort of size, you know, there's a lot going on. And you know, there's now a massive hotel appearing up on the hillside. And that's my current project, is the hotel. Because what sort of theme park doesn't have a hotel? So the idea will be, I mean, my PC's coping okay, but yeah, it's getting a bit busy. Right, so that I need to turn the roof around for. So I'm going to go with the Norman Looney patent roof, which is that. So you put a log on top of there, and then you put a piece on top of that, snapped onto one of the edges. Yeah, don't forget to join the Discord as well. Thank you for reminding them, goats. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I just heard the doo. Now what I'm thinking is I don't want the roof getting too high because I want the tower to stay good. So I'm going to probably build this. It's just 2 pitches. Build it as 2 pitches and then I can take it back up again. And then if I take it back up again, yeah, I don't want it getting higher than the towers. Might even change the style of the back of the roof there. Might even make a couple of things happen because we're not. Yeah, we've got some weird pitch stuff going off there. So we've got, we're now starting, I think the stairs should now be covered. So you see how we've got weird stuff going off here. I need to just basically dress all that in whatever way possible. So like that there isn't too bad. I'll do that with that, and then I can dress those together. The thing is, if I'm covering the roof anyway from the underneath, because I'm putting an underdrawn ceiling in, so if I'm putting an underdrawn ceiling in, it doesn't matter anyway what that looks like. Does that drop down nicely to that? Yeah, what I'm thinking is use that as my basis for my roof. Is that the correct angle? And then put peaks along the front here. And then each room can go in its own peak, and the only bit is I've got to mask is that there. And I could do the same again there, and that'll take it nicely up to the tower. That gives me 2 rooms along the front, and then takes me up to the tower. So what I might do is I might just rejig that roof that I've put on there and just align it to this one. Use this as my basis for my roof. Because what I can then do is when the building shrinks, do that. And then I could do that again and put some rooms on the back. So I do the same pattern along the back here. Take the roof down like that, and then it makes it look like the tower juts out. So that's the tower. Nope, I've just took a piece of the tower out. So the only thing I'll have to do then is do a half snap for the tower, which just does give me the slight ugliness of the roof. And then put the tower up, which just gets the odd little poke through. Well, that can be the height of the tower, because the tower's going to have a flat roof, flat top. 1, 2, 3, and then I can put the roof on. It's not right. But there is. And that's the tower. I'll put the corner pieces on fully because I can take them out later when I put the other bits in. So then we would be looking at finish that roof. Overlap that. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I've only got not got much longer left, to be honest. I only usually do a couple of hours on a Tuesday. Got a spare hammer. So yeah, what should have happened now is that if I do that, we should have 2 rooms there, 2 rooms there, passage to the tower, which I can do as a slope down roof there. That's the tower wall. What I ought to do really is copy this same structure on the corner, on the other corner, and then put the door in it. So we've got a tower there. We've got towers on each corner. We've got a... That one's an octagonal one. That one's a square one. And it's just a case of close the ends up. And then start dressing the walls. Put some windows in and stuff. Right, so that one needs half piece. So right, so I do need to create that position somehow. Figure out what's going off there. They can go in. So it's the same again there. We've got the weird half position thing going off. I can build that wall up. So there's a bit of dressing up of walls to do. I can also build that one. Right, those can be wood. Same with those can be wood. So that's the basic shape of the hotel sort of done. That's the basic shape done. So if I can get all that up to the standard of that, from a point of view of decor and aesthetic, I'll be quite pleased. Well, I mean, it's me, innit? I don't do basic. You should know that by now. Everything's always got to have some sort of weird crap going on with it. Otherwise it wouldn't be me. You might as well just watch somebody else building. So that's pretty much getting there. So 3, 4 of those, same on that side, and then I need a couple of squares. And then these here, they're just closed in. So same with that one, that one's just closed in. And then on the floor below, it's same again, they're just closed in. I might need to deal with that. That one's the chimney, that one's just closed in. And then that one's the chimney. So that's the basic structure of the tower. Now, what I did to build that, I'm trying to remember how I built that now. I'm trying to remember how I got that. I think I set off from here. I think I did that. Oh no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I did that. I did that. Then I built those. Then brought them back in again. That's how I did it. So that's how that were done. Then if I put those in, that'll fill the gaps in. Ah, not there. There. That's what I need to do. And I need to do that on them all. So that would, they would basically be. I'll put them all in position ready. It's all those. So I know where we're going. And that brings that down in there. Means I can put a diagonal doorway into the tower. Do the same down here as well. Repeat the same. That gives me a decent entrance into the tower. So I'll be able to close that in and have that as a grand entrance. Well, that's what I'm thinking, little nooks. And then what I can do is I can just do this with them. And then probably just put one of the little double windows at the end like that. So have it more like a castle tower. And big glorified windows. So it looks a bit more defensive, basically. And then same here, on those levels. Put those windows in. And from the outside, it looks properly like a castle look. That's what I was thinking. You get me now. Right, it's about time to finish, to be honest, and I am absolutely exhausted, and I'm also wish I hadn't worn full leather. So I think I'm going to call it a night and go and have some going to have something to drink that's not just this huge glass of slightly lukewarm water. So I think we'll call it a night. And it's Alton Towers tomorrow, yeah. There's just a couple in, so I'm not bothered raiding out. I never usually raid out on Tuesdays anyway, it's usually so quiet. So I shall just bid you a good night and say, keep shining.